What's up, folks? We are at Casa Loma in Toronto for a beautiful wedding, answering some of the most commonly asked questions I've been getting. Stay tuned, let's jump right into it. First one up, here we go. Do you share your script with the couple prior to the ceremony? This is going to be very much a descriptive answer versus prescriptive. If you're just getting started, I would recommend you share the script with the couple, have them read it, do revisions, make suggestions, work on it together as a collaboration. For me, I don't actually share any ceremony scripts with any of the couples that I work with, and I don't for two very specific reasons. The first is, I know that if I share with them in advance, look, they're gonna read it 1,000 times and they're gonna be completely not engaged during the entire ceremony because they already know what I'm going to say. It's 2018 when the two of you matched online. Not on one of those sketchier dating apps, the kind where you just kind of swipe on people you think you're hot. No. You two matched on, oh, sorry, it was that app. I'm so sorry, it was. Yeah, I should have read that more closely. Sorry. Oh. The second reason is I love these really candid, expressive moments during the ceremony, and if they don't know what I'm going to say, they're going to be really locked in, hanging on every word that I say because they want to know what the words are that their partner shared with me in the stories. So those are two very important reasons why I don't share it with them. But if you're just getting started, look, I would recommend you share it with the couple and make sure you get the okay from them. Next up, do you happen to have a list of questions you typically ask a couple as you get to know them? Look, I was asked this question a lot, probably 15 or 20 different ways. I do have a list of questions that I like to ask couples to get to the heart of it and get the best possible stories. I'm not trying to do a chronological retelling of their life story. I actually don't think that's a very effective way or a very engaging way to tell a story. I prefer to tell the more nuanced stories that if I told in front of a group of their closest people, they think they're hilarious, they're super funny, and they say, look, that's exactly their relationship. Those are the kind of stories that I'm looking for. If you want that full list of questions that I actually use for all the ceremonies that I write, you can check out the course, Deliver Better Ceremonies. All my stuff is in there. You can get access to it right away. Are you a new officiant or celebrant and have no idea how to write or deliver a ceremony? Are you an experienced officiant or celebrant looking for a fun and unique way to deliver your next ceremony? My name is Jeff and I've performed over 1,500 ceremonies around the world and in exotic locations. I have a unique style of writing and delivering ceremonies that couples have loved and other officiants have asked to buy. So for the first time, I'm going to share with you in a course the actual ceremony script I use from beginning to end. I'm leaving nothing out. Included in this course are videos on how I write my ceremonies with the actual ceremony templates and questionnaires I use every week of the year. I'm talking full ceremony breakdown. I'm talking ceremony templates. I'm talking questionnaires. Look, you get the idea. What are you still doing here? What are you waiting for? Get the course now. Go ahead, your future couples will thank you and your calendar will be full. See you on the inside. Another great question, what microphone do you use? I bring my own audio equipment to every wedding that I do. I don't recommend that to new officiants. It's a lot to think about. Equipment that I use is a Sennheiser wireless mic. Look, it's crystal clear audio. It works every time. It's perfect, and it uses XLR as the connection. It's so good. You can see all the equipment I use in detail in this video right here. Next up, I will be officiating a very small 6-person wedding. The couple's been together 37 years and want to make it official. Any suggestions for a smaller ceremony? Look, I love this question, especially with intimate ceremonies like this with only a few people. It really becomes a bit more of a conversation of you and the couple. It's less of a performance where you're speaking to a larger group and you're actually more just talking back and forth to them. What I like to do in those instances, I really try to be off of the iPad and more looking at them, turn toward them, asking them questions, facing them, touching them. It's a really nice and intimate way to bring them into the ceremony. And I think that's gonna be the easiest way to do it, to think of it as a conversation with the couple instead of a performance to 100, 200, 300 people. Look, I wanna stop this video right here for a second. If you have any questions at all, I want you to comment below or reach out to me directly. I would love to be able to help you out in any way that I can. You can subscribe to our newsletter and it's at heyjeffmac.com, or you can send me an email directly at itsjeff@heyjeffmac.com. Look, you want to send me a message on Instagram too? I'll send you a video back. I'm heyjeffmac on Instagram. I would love to be able to help you out in any way that I can. Let's get back to the video, answer more of those questions. If you're going to add a unity event such as sand or tree ceremony, where would you put that in? This really depends on what type of unity ceremony it is. But what I'm always thinking about when I write ceremonies is the trajectory. I want it to be seamless from beginning to end. I don't want any needless interruptions or anything that kind of disrupts the flow of it. And so I like to center those things around the signing of the marriage license. That way we're kind of flowing from stories into a bit of a natural break where we're signing the license, but that's generally the right place to put it. Let's get some ice cream. Thanks, man. Next question, when do you show up for a ceremony? I probably talked about this in some of the other videos as well, but I like to show up roughly an hour beforehand. Like, there's not an hour of stuff for me to actually do, but I do like to set up my own equipment. I like to check in with the other vendors, make sure we're all on the same page. Again, I'm gonna check in with the venue staff. I'm gonna check in with the DJ, the photographer, videographer, anybody who's on site and that plays a role in the ceremony, I wanna connect with and just run through those details with them, introduce myself. We're gonna have a lot of fun and we're working in collaboration together. I think it's important to kind of be on the same page. And then I'm gonna go check in with the couple before I head back to the ceremony site. Hour beforehand, that's more than enough time. I get used to living like this. I feel like I would like to have parties like this at my house. I would just like open it up to anybody, like just strangers. And they'd be like, oh, this is like such a great spot. I'd say, yeah, it's my house. This is like, you're welcome to hang out here if you want. But I think it'd be really fun to just not know anybody at your own house. Oh, the lady brought her a green hat. And it's like, that's kind of cool too. I don't know her. I had a whole bunch of business related questions that were asked. I'm kind of in the process of creating a business course to help you scale the work that you're doing. If you want to know when that's launched, you can head to heyjeffmack.com, sign up for the newsletter there. You'll be one of the first people to know when we launch it. But I want to give you one tip to book your next wedding. What I want you to do is hop on Facebook and look up any wedding swap and sell groups, any wedding groups in your area. I promise they exist. There's probably a whole bunch of them that you may or may not know about. And then go into the search bar and search for officiant. You're going to see a list of a ton of couples that have been looking for officiant services. I want you to read some of those answers. You're going to find the exact same thing. Somebody's copy and pasted the same lame answer that says, congrats, I'd be thrilled to be a part of your day. Reach out to me, here's my website. Look, this is a really relational, personal business that we're in. If that's the type of response and care that you're going to give to the question of the person asking for someone to help with the biggest day in their life, look, you're not going to be the right person for it. Instead of just typing some lame response there, what I did is I actually just hopped on my phone and I filmed a video. Hey Jessica, I saw that you're getting married and you're looking for an officiant for next August. Look, I'm actually at Casa Loma right now. I've got a ceremony starting in about half an hour. I would love to be a part of your day. Look, you can find more information about me at macweddings.com. I would love to be able to help out. Hope you have a great day. Can't wait to connect. And that's what I would post instead. The reason is, one, it shows my personality. It shows I'm actually doing weddings. It also gives them a chance to see how I speak and the pace of my communication. And guess what? Anybody who's following that thread is also going to see that video. Now, when I started doing this 10 years ago, I got every single lead from people looking because I was the only one doing videos. I assumed, wrongly by the way, that other people would copy this, but nobody did it. Not a single person have I seen post a video. I promise it will work. Go ahead and try it out. You're gonna be able to book your next wedding very easily using that strategy. I get asked this question all the time. Jeff, how long should the ceremony be? This is a great question. In the province of Ontario, maybe where you live too, virtually by default, every venue in the province gives you a half an hour window. I always tell couples, look, we don't need half an hour. That's way more than enough time. What I actually try to shoot for, look, I want to be the Michael Jordan ceremony. Follow a jump shot. 23 minutes, that's enough time to be able to share some stories. That's a recessional, processional, that's vows, rings, everything, 23 minutes, and then on to the next thing. Hey Jeff, what do you do at the rehearsal? This is a great question. Probably an entire video could be done on this, but look, I highly do recommend that you go to a rehearsal, encourage a couple to have one. Here's a few reasons why. One, it's going to get you to the venue so you can see any obstacles that might arise the day of. You're gonna get familiar with the location. You're gonna know exactly where you're going. I think that's gonna alleviate some stress from instead of you arriving the day of and trying to figure all that stuff out. Number two, you're gonna get to spend more time with the couple, spend more time with their wedding party. You're gonna connect with them. Everyone's gonna feel a little bit more comfortable together. Three, you're gonna iron out some of those little details that maybe you aren't even sure of until you actually get there at the rehearsal. Walk through it a couple times. It should only take you 25 minutes, half an hour. If it's taking you longer than that, then look, I think you're probably just having a laugh and like messing around, that's great. But if you really wanna get down to it, 25 minutes should be more than enough to walk through it twice. One pro tip on rehearsals, when you get there, introduce yourself to the venue staff. Because look, if you want to be doing more weddings, it would be beneficial for you to know the people that are actually at the venue. And if you can get to know them a little bit, they might refer you for some weddings, and that would be a really great thing. Next question, Jeff, what do I do if I mess up during the ceremony? What if I call them the wrong name? This is a great question. And I'd imagine a lot of people are thinking the exact same thing. They're stressed about that. If you mess up during the ceremony, look, just own it. Everyone heard it. It doesn't matter. Everyone's there to celebrate and have fun. I mean, this isn't being submitted to the Library of Congress. Like, this is their closest friends and family that are there that want to celebrate. Just own the mistake and say something like, guys, whoops, looks like we forgot to do the rings. That's no problem. We're gonna do those things right now because, like, let's make this thing official, right? Let's do it. And people will think that's funny and they'll laugh and it's great and the couple will feel comfortable. But if you don't own it, it's gonna get a little bit awkward. So just go ahead, call it out and have some fun with it.